Beautiful fall morning here in Montana in the mountains. I don't know how many more they've got of these kind of days, but very, very amazing weather. I've been thinking about some of the jobs I had in the past growing up. A job I had in high school or just right out of high school was working for a painting contractor, and one of the contract jobs he had was to paint the prison in Salt Lake. It was Point of the Mountain, Bluffdale area. It's moved since then, but we were painting Cell Block D. And hopefully you've never been an inmate in prison, maybe been to visit people in prison. There's a lot of regret there, I think. I didn't have a lot of interactions. They had removed all of the inmates from the section of cell block that I was painting. So Cell Block D, it was kind of crazy. Painting these little cubicles with a bed and a toilet, and that was about it. Yeah, but a lot of regrets. There's really a lot of turmoil, a lot of difficulty, like hatred, anger, all kinds of difficulty in the world, and what is some of the greatest desires people have? People in that situation, someone that's guilty, probably, what's the greatest desire that they have, if anything else? What does an individual, a man, want if he's innocently accused? What is his greatest desire? What is someone that's terminally ill? What is their greatest desire? There's a lot of what ifs and should be's, but to answer some of those questions, I think if there's a common thread between all of those situations, we just point out a few that are very difficult. The common thread would probably be, they want to feel peace. They want to feel some sense of meaning in life. Of course, the individual that's in prison for doing something rash or not very smart is probably maybe an opportunity to have a second chance, somehow to be redeemed from the mistakes they've made, somehow to recompense the families that have suffered from their decisions, some way to make things right. But all of that goes back to wanting that sense of peace. Same thing with someone that's imprisoned. Their freedom's been taken away because of something that they were accused of and they were innocent. What do they want? They want justice. They want someone to tell them it's going to be all right. Everything that was taken away from them will be restored, and their lives missing out on time with family and friends and time at a job and accomplishing things in life, all of those things will be made whole someday, somehow, some way. They'll be able to have those things restored to them. So ultimately, it's the same thing, is to have that peace, that all will be okay. It's amazing, isn't it? So, same thing with somebody that is terminally ill. I had the fortune or misfortune of speaking with a lot of people before they pass away, and it's really a time for them to reflect on their life. And hopefully by that point in their lives, if they've lived a long life, they have a life that's filled with good decisions and benefits from those good decisions. And they've got friends and family that will be sad at their parting, but they can say they spent a lot of time enjoying each other's company. So anyway, so there is so much turmoil in this world, and so most people, what they desire most is peace. How can you find this peace in this world that's so filled with anger and war and discord? There was somebody that taught us how we could fill our lives with peace our whole life. And he lived a long time ago. Jesus was the ultimate example of, he did some very difficult things that no one had ever done before. And he taught us how to live in peace. Matter of fact, before he was killed, when he was preparing his disciples for his departure, he had a last meal, and he talked to him. He's like, there's some things coming. I'm going to be departing, but I'm going to leave you a gift. And I'd like to read two versions of the scripture where he talks about the gift that he was going to leave them. In John 14:27, the first version is given from the New Living Translation, and it says, I am leaving you with a gift, peace of mind and heart, and the peace I give is a gift the world cannot give. So don't be troubled or afraid. He's going to give them a gift that nobody else in this world could give them. The other version comes from the Amplified Bible, and he says, peace I leave with you, my peace I give you, not as the world gives do I give to you. Do not let your heart be troubled, nor let it be afraid. Let my peace, perfect peace, calm you in every circumstance and give you courage and strength for every challenge. There is no situation, there's no difficulty, that his peace can't overcome. Because remember, in the end, he said he had overcome all the world could give to anybody, and he let peace lead him through all of that difficulty. So are there things you're dealing with right now? Maybe you're starting a new job, moving into a new place, going to a new school, meeting new friends at school. You feel like you're all alone, you have no one to help. There are paths and ways that you can learn that will give you that peace. So how do you live in such a way that you can obtain these tools? Nothing, and learn that there's nothing in this world that can shake that peace from you. Comes down to basically, are you making the choices that he would make in your place? Are you walking the road that he would walk? And if so, you have the peace that he had when he was here. I've got a new friend that's been following me, this wolf. It's just a regular dog. Yeah, so, the world defines peace as the absence of turmoil, strife, pain, sorrow. God's peace is not defined in the absence of these things. Instead, it's the ability to feel peace in spite of any of these things. It's a quality that overcomes, pushing back on the difficult and not having your peace removed. So, it's most people would say, I'm having a great time. I'm on vacation, sitting at the beach. The sun is shining. I have no work responsibilities. The kids are home with a nanny. I have peace. That's what life is all about. I just need to have this ability, if I can make more money, just to somehow put enough money aside for retirement that I can have this continual vacation mode. I don't have to do anything or worry about anything. No matter who you are and how much money you make, that peace, that type of peace will be removed from you. There's nothing you can do about it. Eventually you either run out of money or you get old enough that you run out of You run out of health, you get old. Oh man. So, is your life filled with anxiety and stress, worry, depression? You know, it's time to get help. He's waiting for you to take the first step. He's waiting for you to become more like him, to act more like him, to do what he does. He's trying to teach you every single day through your conscience. You know what the next step is. You know what you should be doing. You know, he's the one that teaches you how to stand in the middle of a fire and not be burned by the chaos. You know, he stands in the middle of troubles and chaos like a huge fire that never consumes itself. And he's able to stand without having any of his peace removed. It's like if you could think of the worst things that have ever happened to you in your life and have them in front of your face all the time, like they just barely happened, and still have the peace and trust in God, knowing that all is well and you are doing what he would do. You're on the right path. So, you know, what changes do you need to make? What are you putting off? What conversations with your wife, your kids, your sons or daughters, or maybe even a boss you should be having and you're not having? What changes should you make? Take those first steps, step by step, as we take his road, that we can have this true path to happiness. It's all about discovering his will, receiving it, and becoming like he is, that we can overcome any difficulty in this world, no matter how hard it is for us in life.